What if the next big superstar of Norwegian football and already playing in the Champions League, not scoring goals in the Premier League, and not yet known by millions of fans around the world? What if he's still just a teenager, quietly developing his game in Norway, waiting for the moment when the rest of Europe finally notices him? Norway has already produced some incredible footballers in the last decade. Players like Erling Haaland, who became one of the most feared strikers in world football, and Martin Dedegaard, now captaining Arsenal and controlling games in the Premier League. Recently, players like Antonio Nusa have also started attracting attention across Europe. But behind those big names, another young talent is slowly emerging, a fast, fearless winger with the confidence to attack defenders again and again, a player scouts are starting to watch more closely. His name is Alexander Røssing-Lelesiit, and if his development continues the way many experts believe it will, he could become one of the next exciting stars of Norwegian football. Alexander Røssing-Lelesiit was born in 2007, which makes him part of a very interesting new generation of Norwegian players. This generation grew up watching the rise of Haaland and Dedegaard, seeing Norwegian players succeed at the very highest level of European football. That success changed the mentality of young Norwegian footballers. Suddenly, reaching the top of world football didn't feel impossible anymore. For many of them, it became the goal. Røssing-Lelesiit started playing football at a young age, like many kids in Norway who grow up with a ball at their feet. Early on, coaches noticed something special about him. He loved attacking defenders. He wasn't afraid to take risks, and most importantly, he enjoyed playing with creativity and freedom. While many young players prefer to pass the ball quickly and avoid mistakes, Røssing-Lelesiit had a different approach. When he received the ball, his first instinct was often simple: go forward, challenge the defender, create something dangerous. That attacking mentality is exactly what modern football looks for in young wingers. Eventually, his development led him to Lillestrøm SK, one of the clubs in Norway known for developing talented players. Lillstrom has a strong reputation when it comes to youth development and giving young players opportunities to grow. At youth level, Røssing-Lelesiit quickly became one of the most exciting players in the academy. His playing style immediately stood out. The first thing people notice when watching him is his explosive speed. He has the kind of acceleration that can surprise defenders. In one moment, the defender feels in control. In the next moment, Røssing-Lelesiit has already burst past him. But speed alone doesn't make a great winger. What makes him interesting is how he combines speed with technical ability. His dribbling is confident, sharp, and direct. He doesn't just run forward blindly. He changes direction quickly, uses clever touches, and forces defenders to react constantly. For defenders, that's uncomfortable, because when a winger is unpredictable, defending becomes much harder. Røssing-Lelesiit also has the ability to operate in tight spaces. Even when two defenders close him down, he often finds a way to keep the ball moving and escape pressure. This ability makes him dangerous not only on counterattacks, but also when facing organized defenses. As a left winger, he naturally loves cutting inside and attacking the goal, but he can also stay wide and create chances for teammates. This versatility is important in modern football. Coaches increasingly want wingers who can both score goals and create assists, and Røssing-Lelesiit shows signs that he can do both. With the Norway U19 national team, he has already begun to show his potential at international level. In his early appearances for the team, he recorded 1 goal and 2 assists in just 3 matches. For a young winger playing international football, that's a very encouraging start. It shows that he isn't just a player who looks exciting on the ball. He can also produce decisive moments in matches. Those moments are what separate talented players from truly impactful ones. Another reason scouts are paying attention is his mentality. Players who succeed at the highest level usually have a combination of talent and confidence, and Røssing-Lelesiit seems to have both. He doesn't hide during games. He asks for the ball. He tries things. Even if a dribble doesn't work once, he often tries again later. That kind of fearless approach is often what allows young attacking players to grow into stars. Right now, his estimated market value is around €2 million, which is already impressive for a player of his age. But in modern football, young talents can see their value rise extremely quickly if he continues to develop and starts playing consistently at senior level. His value could easily grow to €10 million or more within a few seasons. And once that happens, interest from bigger European clubs usually follows. Clubs across Europe constantly search for young attacking players with potential. Teams from Germany, the Netherlands, Belgium, and England often monitor Scandinavian talent closely. These leagues have discovered many successful players from Norway before. When scouts evaluate players like Røssing-Lelesiit, they look not only at current performance, but also at future potential. They analyze speed, technical ability, decision-making, mentality, and physical development. In several scouting discussions, Røssing-Lelesiit has already been described as one of the most promising attacking prospects of his age group in Norway. That doesn't mean his path to the top will be easy. Young players always face challenges as they move from youth football to senior football. The game becomes faster, defenders become stronger, and decisions must be made more quickly. Consistency becomes crucial. Røssing-Lelesiit will need to improve aspects of his game over time. Things like tactical awareness, defensive contribution, and decision-making in the final third. But that is normal for players of his age. The most important thing is that the foundation is already there. The speed, the technique, the creativity, and the courage to attack. Norwegian football has changed dramatically in recent years. For a long time, Norway was not considered a major producer of elite football talent, but today, things look very different. The success of players like Haaland and Dedegaard has inspired a new generation. Young Norwegian footballers now grow up believing that reaching the biggest leagues in Europe is possible. That belief is powerful. It creates ambition. It pushes players to improve. And it helps build the confidence required to succeed at the highest level. Alexander Røssing-Lelesiit represents that new wave of Norwegian talent, players who are technically confident, fearless in attack, and ready to test themselves against bigger challenges. Right now, he is still at the beginning of his journey, still developing. Still learning, still proving himself. But sometimes when watching him play, you can already see flashes of something special. A sudden burst of acceleration past a defender, a clever dribble that opens space, a pass that creates a goal-scoring opportunity. These are the moments that make scouts take notes, and the moments that make fans start asking questions. Could this young winger become the next big star from Norway? Could he follow the path of players like Haaland, Dedegaard, or Nusa and eventually move to one of Europe's biggest leagues? For now, those questions remain unanswered. But one thing is certain: Alexander Røssing-Lelesiit is a name worth remembering, because if his development continues at the current pace, the football world may soon start hearing that name much more often. And when that moment arrives, people might look back and remember when he was still just a promising teenager in Norway, and realize they were watching the early steps of Norway's next superstar. If you enjoyed discovering new football talents, make sure to follow Legacy of Eliteserien. This channel is dedicated to telling the stories of Norwegian football, from rising wonder kids to legendary clubs and unforgettable moments in the Eliteserien. We explore the journeys of young players before the rest of the world discovers them. From the next generation of Norwegian stars to the history and culture of the league, this channel is all about the future and legacy of football in Norway. If you love scouting the next Haaland, Dedegaard, or Nusa, you're in the right place. Subscribe to Legacy of Eliteserien for more stories about Norwegian football talents, rising stars, and the players who could soon take the next step into Europe's biggest leagues. And let me know in the comments which Norwegian player I should cover next.